is my dog Heidi. I'm currently at my parents' house because I'm getting ready to go to a Friendsgiving, but this is my dog. She misses me a lot.
Hi guys, what's up and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Izzy and this is the Dizzney Channel. Isn't that clever? Do you like it? Tell me below. My friends helped me create that, and it's like Disney spelled like Disney but with Izzy in it, so D-I-Z-Z-N-E-Y. It's clever. I love it. But yeah, welcome to the Dizzney Channel. If you can't tell, I'm a little under the weather. It is starting getting cold up here in Cincinnati. We actually had our first flurries last night, which is exciting, but I'm also ready to get to Florida because unlike Elsa, the cold does bother me anyway. But for today's vlog, I decided to do the DCP tag. One of my friends did it, and I'm just gonna follow her. And if you don't know what the DCP tag is, it's basically a whole bunch of questions that you just answer to help people get to know you. And so if you're going on the Disney College program, or if you just like some of the things that I talk about, or you have more questions about the college program, please feel free to comment, or if you know me, direct message me. Or if you have my social media, you can slide in the DMs, I guess. As long as it's not creepy, please don't be creepy. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing the DCP tag, and I'm going to leave the questions down below so you can do the DCP tag as well, as if you're going on the program or you just find this interesting. So the first question is this my first college program? No, it is not. I was actually accepted for spring of 2016, back around 3 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago now. So this will be my second time. Question number 2, how was the interview process? Both times the interview process went around the same, or application process, however you describe it. I filled out the application and I got the web-based interview on the same day both times, and I also got to schedule my phone interview on the same day both times. My first phone interview, I was super nervous for, super nervous. I was freaking out. I had notes taped all over my wall. I had watched all the vlogs. I made sure that I knew exactly what was going to happen. I was super prepared. And then I had a class that morning, I remember, and then I went back to my dorm around a half hour before my interview, put in some comfy clothes, and then I just sat on my bed and played Disney music until I had gotten a call from my recruiter. And I thought my interview went so bad after, I think it only lasted around 15 minutes, and I remember going back to my sorority table and my big was there, and I cried to her because I thought how terrible I did and I didn't think I was going to get in. And then 3 days later I ended up getting accepted. So, And then this time the phone interview was a lot more smooth. I knew what was going to happen, so it was nothing. It was a breeze, honestly. Next question, how did you hear about the college program? I don't remember exactly how I heard about the Disney College program. I assume it was from one of my sorority sisters. 2 of my sorority sisters who are older than me did the college program. One of them is actually my best friend, and one of them is an older member in the chapter. And they both did it, and I thought it was so cool that these people got to go work for Disney, and I love Disney, so I just knew it was meant to be, and I decided to do it. And here I am now. I'm going to go work for the company again. Question number 4. Where were you when you found out you were accepted? Well, I've been accepted twice. So the first time, it was a Friday, and I had just gotten back to my dorm after a really, really bad day. I had been having issues with a guy, and I had just gotten back from air bands rehearsal, which I'm a perfectionist, and just rehearsal wasn't going very well, which for those of you who don't know, air bands is an event we do in Greek life at NKU, which is basically a lip singing dance competition. And I got back and I checked my dashboard and I saw offer, and I was like, oh my God, I got an offer. So I called my parents, and then I Skyped my one friend who was down there and told him, and we cried together, and it was just great. And then this time I was out to dinner with my Greek family. We were having a margarita night, and I got a text on my phone saying, congratulations, check your dashboard. And I got another offer. So yeah, both very exciting times. Question number 5. What is your role? my role this time and last time is attraction. So last time I was first placed in Fantasyland at the Pooh Complex, which is the Winnie the Pooh ride and the Mad Tea Party. And then I was also selected to be trained at Wishes, which was my favorite role. As hectic as it was sometimes, it was just amazing. Like, I don't know. I would do that in a heartbeat again. And then over the summer, I decided to extend, and I was transferred into Tomorrowland for Space Mountain. So lots of attractions, and this time I'm really keeping my fingers crossed, and keep your fingers crossed too, please, that I get either the Jungle Cruise, which is my #1 choice, or Kilimanjaro Safaris. I just love both of these attractions, and I love an attraction where I can like showcase my personality and have fun with it. Whereas like when I worked the other attractions, I was able to do that as well, but these I feel like I can shine more. Next question, what am I gonna miss most from back home? So obviously I'm gonna miss my friends and family a lot. Like basically my whole family, cousins and everything are from the Cincinnati area. I have a few that live in like Illinois, and then I have one that lives in Chicago, and then a couple that live in San Diego. But I'm gonna miss them a lot and my friends. And Cincinnati has a lot of like food and like breweries around here, so I'm definitely gonna miss like having that. Like some of my favorites are Wild Mike's, which is a wing place. Skyline, but Skyline they have in cans and frozen down in Orlando. It's just not the same, but yeah, you gotta take what you can get. Izzy's, which is a Reuben place up here. La Rosa's, Grater's, and my favorite beer from Rhinegeist Brewery, it's called Wowie. It's like a super fruity beer, so if you're ever in Cincinnati and you really like beer, 10 out of 10, recommend checking out all our breweries here. We have a ton of breweries. My favorite is definitely Rhinegeist, so I would check that out. And another thing I'm probably gonna miss is college. I will officially be a college graduate, so I'm going to be living that post-grad life. And I've always loved school, so this is going to be a change for me. Next question, what is your favorite park? Magic Kingdom, 100%. I just love the magic and whimsy of it, and just like Festival of Fantasies in there. That's my favorite parade, and just like all the magic. And next question, what is on your bucket list? So for me personally, I am planning on living down in Orlando for at least a year. Hopefully after the CP, I will be getting a professional internship or extending, or maybe a full-time job. I don't know. My goal is to stay down there at least a year to help grow and find myself. And within that year, I will be there for the holidays, obviously. And I have never been to Disney over the holidays. What I know. So I'm hoping to get to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, since I've never been to either one of those. So who knows? Ooh, also on my bucket list, I want to help out with the Run Disney events. I think that'd be super fun. Also, especially because I'm like looking into what I want to intern with, and I want to do some kind of event coordinating. And I also think like coordinating or like assisting on planning the Run Disney events would be fun. So next question, where did you find your roommates? So for my first program and this program, I found my roommates via the Facebook group pages. And if you are accepted or you are planning on applying, make sure you join those Facebook group pages. Even if you're wanting to go random for rooming, this just definitely helps you connect with people. And especially if you're wanting to like build up in the company, networking is super important. That's just in general for life. But the nice thing about the Facebook groups is once everyone starts getting accepted, everyone starts posting their roommate surveys, and you find people you connect with, and it definitely helps if you're finding roommates, and then you can help connect with other people that are in your role, and just like other people that have similar interests to you, start your own clubs or join clubs on there. So I found both sets of roommates. Back in 2016, I was originally going to have 8 roommates, so me and 7 other girls, which is yikes, that's a lot. But then we decided to split into 2 groups of 4, where I lived with one of my best friends, Shelby, that's you, yeah. I lived with Shelby for the first part, and then after her program ended, I moved in with Katie and Shannon, which Katie is one of my sorority sisters who I met at a Disney audition, and then Shannon, they were both part of our original 8 group. And I lived with them over the summer, so that was pretty fun. And we had a good old time. And then this time I also found my roommates on Facebook. Next question, how many roommates would I like to have? I mean, I lived with 3 other girls before. That's fine with me. I'm okay with 6 as well. I love meeting people, so I figure more roommates, like you have more chance to meet people, but then that also can cause more conflict. And also with having 6 people, there's a good chance you're gonna have the bunk beds, and homegirl's not a fan of that. So, nay on that. But I'd be fine with 4 or 6, and I really want commons to live in because they have the laundry, even though they are more expensive. I think having that laundry unit in your apartment is important just because you can do laundry whenever. Also, Patterson's super nice. I lived in Vista last time. I could really live wherever, honestly, but commons is my number 1 pick. So for the last question, I'm just going to do like a fun one. Just like, what's your favorite princess? And my favorite princess is very hard. I love 3 basically. Ariel, I've loved my whole life. I remember listening to the cassette of Part of Your World. It was like a whole Disney princess cassette. But whenever Part of Your World came on, I would sit in the back of the convertible and belt it in my mom's car. And then my second is Princess Anna from Frozen. I feel like we have a very similar personality. We're both like very outgoing and quirky and sometimes awkward, but like super passionate. And then last is Rapunzel. I don't know how to describe my love for Rapunzel. She's just an amazing like character. And I have this beautiful painting that one of my ex-boyfriends gave me. It's the Thomas Kincaid lantern scene, and I have it hanging on my bed. I'm bringing it down on my college program, and it's just like, the movie inspires me almost, from the music to the storyline to just like what she stands for. And the last character I met in Disney was actually Rapunzel. When I was on my college program, I had a button that said, celebrating my last day working for Disney. And Rapunzel, as I was like hugging her goodbye, and she's like, now it's time to go find your new dream. And that's what I did. I had to go back to school, which if you are going on the college program, please go back to school. Please go back to school. As much as you love it, you can do what I did and what many others have did. Get your degree and then go back down. But please go back to school, because even they tell you down there, it's really, really hard for you to move up in the company if you don't have that degree. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I hope you find things interesting, or if you have any, like I said before, if you have any questions, comments, please leave them down below, or if you know me, message me, or if you have me on social media, message me there. But I really enjoy these, and I hope you guys are enjoying them too. And we are getting closer and closer to my start date. I just have a little over 2 months now. So here we go. I'll see you real soon.